Jima, Japanese ocean citadel 625 miles from Tokyo. 8 square miles of volcanic ash, the most important 8 square miles in the Pacific. Any assault against Japan must first overcome this fortress.
We hit Suribachi from the air, supporting ships deliver point-blank fire. Planes from our carrier force take off to strafe and bomb. After 72 hours of continuous pounding, D-Day.
There's all hell to pay directly ahead of us. The beach looks as though it's practically on fire.
We watch the central control vessel. When this flag drops, our landing craft will head for the beach. 500 landing craft in 10 waves advance on 3,000 yards of beach.
The land just beyond the water seems to be a plain.
There we've hit it. The ramp will go down, and the men are going to stream out.
The beach is almost completely covered with men now. However, from where we're standing, you can just see the tops of their heads. They're all dug in into their foxholes. You can just see the tops of their helmets.
All over that grim and barren island, streams of converging fire at the beachhead over which the Marines had to come scrambling in from the sea.
There's one Marine lying on his back with blood pouring out of him into the water.
We run into trouble on Green Beach. From their fortified positions on Mount Suribachi, the Japs look right down our throats.
Oh, we can see machine guns on the cliff now, directly ahead of us, firing out at us. Why, they're coming straight at us now.
Our patrols move forward.
Up the precipitous side of a 600-foot extinct volcano, so precipitous that it seemed almost vertical, went a platoon of American Marines. Even through a glass, they seemed tiny figures, scrambling skyward against a background of blue. And then a few minutes later, from the thousands of throats upon ships and on land and sea, came the sudden cry, "There goes the flag." That was how the Stars and Stripes went up on the first island of Japan's outer rim of island defenses. It was at 11 o'clock, Friday, February 23rd. We saw that flag going up halfway on the journey to shore with Lieutenant General Holland Smith of the United States Marines. It was the high point in a week of hard fighting, fighting which continues and will continue for some days to come.
When the Secretary of the Navy came on shore, he caused the flag to be replaced with a larger one. A small group took it up the mountain. So that the Stars and Stripes weren't lowered, the new flag was on a different pipe and the switch happened fast. Genost with his movie camera and Rosenthal with his speed graphics stood side by side and captured the second flag raising on Suribachi. That was the photo that became so famous. Then they shot a gung-ho shot, something for the hometown papers. We now controlled the high point of the island, a bitter blow to the Japanese.
This area is lined with ridges and crevices, which make natural barriers to any attacking force.
There are heavy defenses on the ridges overlooking this plain. They chased us off there 5 times. We came back 6. Crossfire ahead is murderous. Rocket trucks go into action.
time in this war, a B-29 Superfortress has landed on Iwo Jima. By the sheerest accident, one of the big sky bombers roared down on the tiny island where heavy hand-to-hand fighting is taking place.
An artillery duel develops at night. One of our ammunition dumps goes up.
It's almost unbelievable. Everything on Iwo Jima is underground or buried in the side of the volcano. Nothing I have seen so far during the time I've spent on this island has been above the ground. The Marines have had to dig the Japs out of every sunken pillbox, blockhouse, and cave that escaped a direct hit. And there were lots of them. And there'll be lots more before this is over, no matter how many tons of shells we pour in here.
Planes circle zooming, above, blasting ahead of us. There goes a tank! There goes a tank throwing a flamethrower! Into that pillbox back there!
And there's a scene of violent activity there as these Marines are going up and down that ridge, carrying supplies up to the men on the front lines and bringing casualties back out. And there are casualties, too. There are plenty of them. The losses have been very heavy in securing this island of Iwo Jima, this sulfur island, much heavier than had been anticipated.
This is a dreadful, desolate, ugly island. The dirt is sort of a grayish, yellowish, volcanic ash. Very soft and crumbly. And when you dig a foxhole, the sides keep coming in on you. Now we conclude this description of this little piece of hell on Iwo Jima.
I knew that I had just witnessed the most spectacular and toughest battle of the Pacific War.
The mighty 7th War Loan is underway, and the 3 survivors of the historic flag raising on Iwo Jima are here at the Capitol to fly that same flag. With an honor guard at attention, that tattered banner goes aloft once more. This flag and the unforgettable picture of the men who raised it on Mount Suribachi are to be the symbols of this new war loan drive. What better reminder could we have to buy more bonds?
Spirit of the mighty 7th War Loan, Iwo Jima and its historic Mount Suribachi flag look down on a Times Square crowd assembled for the opening of the bond drive. All eyes are focused on the 3 survivors of that immortal flag raising who are present to raise that same flag again over the statue commemorating their deed. They raised that flag on Iwo with their blood. Repay them with your bond purchases.